dear learners. Welcome back to the new science class of third chapter number 11, Rocks and Minerals. Okay, so in this session today, we are going to learn and discuss about the rocks and minerals which are found on the Earth's surface in abundant amount. Okay, so let's explore the world of rocks and minerals. Right? Okay. So first of all, the learning objectives of this chapter is that we are going to discuss about the rocks, the different types of rocks, minerals, soil, and also the layers of soil. Okay, so these are the topics which are going to be covered in this session today. Next, the activity which they have given to do is you have to take the pictures which uses soil. Okay, so in all these pictures, you have to tick those which uses soil in their formation. Okay, so for that, you have to first of all learn the concept of soil, the uses of soil, and then only you can do this activity. So let me first of all explain the chapter and then you can do it on your own. Okay, see. So the very first topic of the chapter is first of all about rocks. That what are rocks? Rocks are the hard substances found in earth crust. Okay, the very hard substances which are found in the earth crust are known as rocks. And there are different types of rocks which are found on the earth. Okay, in the soil as well as under the ground also. Okay, all rocks. Students, every particular rock is useful, but some are very, very precious to us. Okay, different types of rocks vary in their size, shape, color, composition, and also use. Okay, you can see in this picture, they have shown you the different types of rocks which are commonly found on the earth crust. Now, next topic which we have is that is types of rocks. So, now according to their formation process. See, every particular type of rock is formed by a different method. And therefore, on the basis of their formation process, rocks have been divided into three major groups. Number one is igneous rocks. Okay. See, igneous rocks are formed due to the cooling of hot and molten lava which is coming out from the volcanoes. You must have learned about the volcanoes. You must have heard about the volcanoes. So from these volcanoes, when the hot and molten lava erupts out and when that lava cools down, that cooling down of lava forms the igneous rocks. Example of igneous rocks have been given to you, that is granite, pumice, okay, or we can say pumice also. See, diamond is the hardest substance on the earth. Very important. The very hardest substance which is found on the earth's surface, that is diamond. Next, you can see this is the granite and this is the pumice igneous rocks, types of igneous rocks. So generally people use gray or black granite in their buildings, right? You must have observed it that generally the people use this gray colored or black colored granite in their buildings. Okay, and if we talk about highly polished granite, so it is used for the purpose of flooring. Then granite gravel is also used for making road. Okay, these are the uses of granite. And if we talk about pumice, so it is used to clean the floors and also polish the fine furnitures. Okay, these are the uses of igneous rocks. Now, second major group of rocks is sedimentary rock. Okay, they are formed by deposition of sand, clay and pebbles at the bottom of sea, river and other water bodies over thousands of years. The formation of sedimentary rocks takes place when the sand, clay and pebbles, these all things get deposited at the bottom of different water bodies over thousands of years. Okay, Examples sandstone and limestone. These are the examples of sedimentary rocks. Okay, you can see this is a sandstone and this is the limestone. Then they have given you some uses also. If we talk about Red Fort, which is in New Delhi. Okay, and along with that, there are many other buildings also in North India which are made up of red sandstone. Okay, now third group of rock is metamorphic rocks, and they are formed by the action of heat and pressure on sedimentary and igneous rocks. Means basically they are somewhat, we can say they are the combination of sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Okay, when heat and pressure makes or acts on the sedimentary and metamorphic rocks, igneous rocks, then these third category of rocks known as metamorphic rocks gets formed. Example, marble and slate. This is a marble, this is slate. Okay, see, marble is found in different colors, very important. It is found in different colors, and if we talk about the very common marble color, that is white and black. They are being very common marble. Now, people use it. If we talk about the use of marble, so people commonly use marble for making buildings and statues. Okay? Slate is used for making roofs of building. For making the roofs of building, we use this metamorphic rock known as slate. And the Taj Mahal, a kind of historical monument which is in Agra, okay, it is made up of white marble only. Okay. Now next, we are going to talk about minerals. These were the different types of rocks which we have discussed. And now we are going to talk about minerals. Minerals and rocks are formed together. Very important. We have talked about rocks and these minerals, they are formed all together. Okay. Minerals are extracted from under the ground. They are also extracted from under the ground. Okay. For that, what we do? We make deep tunnels inside the ground. Okay, these deep tunnels are called mines. They are dug out so that we can get minerals from there. Okay, iron, coal, gold. These are minerals only and they are obtained from the mines. Okay, a mine where iron is found, that is called an iron mine. Okay, the type of mine where we can find the iron mineral, that mine will be known as iron mine. And the mineral that is mined or taken out, that is called iron ore. This is iron ore. Okay. Next topic which we have is that is soil. Now, without soil, life on earth is impossible because it supports the various life forms on the earth. Okay, without soil, life on earth is impossible. We depend on soil for the food. Okay, it is the uppermost layer. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. Now, how is it made up? It is made up of tiny pieces of rock, sand, clay, and also the remains of dead plants. These are the constituents of soil. Now, plants get water and minerals from the soil. Plants also require water and mineral for their growth, and they get it from the soil only. And along with that, soil is the home or the shelter of many small animals also. Therefore, it is said that without soil, life on earth is not possible. Soil forms very slowly. This is very important that the process of soil formation takes place at a very slow rate. Okay, around it takes 500 years to make just 3 centimeter of soil. Okay, now they have given you that how is soil formed. Now we are going to discuss the process of soil formation. See, soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks. When the rocks get break down, then the soil is formed. Okay, rivers and streams flowing down mountains carry small boulders with them. Right, when the streams get flow down through the mountains, they carry small boulders with them, and this running water tosses them around, right? they rub, they bump against each other so that they can be turned them into small pebbles. And after that, these small pebbles also break into very fine grains due to various natural factors, and thus the soil gets formed. Okay? Weather plays. See, in the process of breaking up of these rocks, weather plays a very important role. How? See, when the sunlight or when the heat of the sun gets exposed on the rocks get heated up during the daytime. And then during the night time, these rocks get cooled down. And this continuous heating and cooling process only breaks down these rocks into smaller pieces. Okay? Rainwater. Then the rainwater, it rains also, and this rainwater gets collected in the cracks of the rocks. Okay? Okay? In the cold countries. And then this water freezes into ice. And then this hard ice expands, which further breaks up the rocks. Plants may start growing inside the rocks, and then slowly, plants also may start growing. Okay, and when they grow, their roots spread out, they split the rocks, and then that wind also helps in breaking the rocks into smaller pieces to form soil. This is how the whole process of soil formation takes place. Next, we have layers of soil. So, how many? We have three layers of soil. Okay, number one is topsoil. You can see this is first of all topsoil. The uppermost layer of the soil is called topsoil, and it is very dark in color. Okay, second, we have subsoil. Okay, the soil which lies below the topsoil, second layer, that is subsoil, and it is lighter in color. Then third is bedrock. It is the bottom layer of soil which is made up of solid rock called the bedrock. The bottom layer, which is below the subsoil also. This bottom layer of our soil is known as bedrock. It is made up of solid rocks. Now, next topic we have is soil and crops. So we grow different crops in different types of soil. Okay, every particular type of crop cannot be grown in the same type of soil. The crop requires different type of soil. Okay, and if we want to grow better crops, then the soil should contain enough air, water, and minerals. Okay, now next we are going to learn the uses of soil also. Number one, soil is the base of agriculture. This we all know, right? Because soil serves as the main source of nutrients for the growth of plants. Soil provides minerals, water to the plants and then makes them grow healthy. Secondly, soil holds the plant erect by providing support to the roots also. Second use of soil is that it supports the roots by holding them very tightly. Then it is used to make pots, utensils, and toys. Okay. Next, soil act as foundation also. Okay. For most of the construction projects such as road, building, dams, for all these uh, construction projects, we require the foundation known as soil. Next, many minerals also are obtained from the soil only. Next, soil provides home to many animals. It is a shelter to many animals like rabbits, snake, rats, earthworms. Many insects and animals are there which live in the soil. Okay, so that's all for the chapter. That was all about the different types of rocks, minerals, soil, layers of soil, and also the uses of soil. And I hope you must have understood their importance in our everyday life also. Okay, so you should try to conserve all of these resources on our earth. We should not waste them. We should make a judicious use of them. Let's have a close ending of this chapter and then meet in the next session with a new and exciting topic. Till then, keep learning, keep going well, and thanks to everyone.